Welcome to MindSET, a weekly live stream brought to you by Body and Soul to help young people manage distress and regulate their emotions.
And there's a theory that says that when we're distressed, it's that our distress is just a series of body sensations, and that actually, if we narrowed it down to when we're distressed, what we would see is a series of physiological responses. So these might be things like a fast heartbeat, feeling hot, feeling sweaty, pacing up and down, feeling a tension maybe in the back of your neck and across your shoulders. Yeah, and what we know from distress is that when we feel these body sensations, what happens is that these body sensations.
We believe that understanding what you're experiencing can help you be in the driver's seat rather than your emotions.
Mindfulness is like having a drunken friend, a drunken best friend that you're trying to get to go home, yeah, after a night out boozing or something like that. And what you're doing is that friend's like, oh, well, look, what's going over there? What's going on? Is that a kebab shop? And they walk into.
Every session brings really practical demonstrations, skills practice, as well as the science behind what we are experiencing.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an example of another exercise now that I want you to do. And so this isn't what you would say out loud. This is just what would be going on in your head, right? So as I'm doing this, I'm looking out the window, right? So this is how I'm doing it. Okay. I'm looking out the window and I'm looking at a tree, and I'm not just looking at a tree. I'm not looking at a branch. I'm going to find one leaf, just one, not one leaf, one particular part of one leaf. And I'm going to look until I find that. And when I find that, I'm going to move my attention straight away. And I'm going to look at the building across the road, and I'm going to try and find a brick, not just any old brick, but one specific brick, and find one tiny bit of that brick. And then when I find that, I'm just going to move my attention again, just at will. And I'm going to look at a roof across the thing, and I'm going to find a slate, but not one slate, one tiny little bit of one slate. What would I do if I was hot in the face? Yeah? How would I reverse that? Put cold water on my face. Yeah? I could keep my face in cold water, change that physiological symptom. If my heart rate was up, yeah, the cold water would also do that, but I could also start doing a breathing exercise, for example. Yeah, the same with my shallow breathing. Or if my hands were sweaty or my fists were tight and clenched, I could relax my fingers. So whatever your sensations are, the tightness in the back of your shoulders, you could loosen that up. So what actually anger tells us is that we want something or someone to stop or change. So when we're submerged in cold water, yeah, our hearts slow down, our breathing changes, and our thoughts stop and become more immediate. Yeah. So there's two ways you can use this cold water skill. One is you can just jump in a cold shower. And what you do when you jump in a cold shower, if you notice it hits the back of your neck or something like that, the first thing you do is you take this deep breath. Yeah. And the other thing is that when the water's cold, yeah, our mind starts just thinking about how cold it is. And to act and if you think about when you're distressed, you're the opposite of those things, aren't you? You're hot and your breathing is.
Through the moderated live chat, viewers can ask questions and share examples, and will receive practical exercises after every session.
So I'm just going to go through a couple of the questions that have been sent here. So one says about body getting tense and the body language closing off. Yeah. So people getting hunched over or doing this. When the body clenches over, yeah, that our mind and the way that we think changes. So when you notice that your body is clenching over like that, just reverse it. So if you feel like this, come here and do this. Yeah. And again, it's just another signal up to the body. So for those of you that have this real tension in your body, and we'll do some stuff about this in future weeks about how you can, I'll show you how you can change the way that you think by just changing your body posture.
Whether you're struggling with anxiety or feeling overwhelmed, mindset is something you can do straight away.
So now, what are the consequences as I struggle to stand up and my belly's getting in the way? So what are the consequences of eating a lot, right? So, weight gain. I feel sluggish the next day. I judge my actions. I feel embarrassed. I feel shame. You know, sometimes I think about how much I've eaten and there's other people in the world that don't have enough to eat, so I feel shame. Yeah? And actually that shame that I feel often lasts for days. Yeah? And sometimes I can weigh that against the relief, because the relief that I feel when I get to sit down and watch something, I only feel that that satisfaction. I only feel it for about 30 minutes.
Can you feel the space between your eyes? Can you feel the distance between your ears? Can you feel your breath touching the back of your eyes while you inhale?
Simply go to bodyandsoulcharity.org to register and get the link for the next session. Hope to see you soon. Bye.